Welcome to the spot where it's hot, where we train young producers from the clubs to the blocks. Real discussions, talking about realness. So if you real, then you guaranteed to feel this. Artist spotlights for the local talent. So if you good at what you do, let us know what's happening. Sports, singing, rapping, doing the artist thing. Come showcase your talent, or talk about your dreams like Dr. King. After school, come chill where it's hot. It's F Records. Welcome to the spot.
How about you, Ilian? Who's your favorite rapper?
I don't really have a favorite rapper. Like, singing was always my thing, and then I began to rap, but my biggest influence was always Alicia Keys, and then I began to rap, but I don't have a favorite rapper.
Okay. JD?
My influence is Drake still.
Drake?
Pretty much, yeah. I like his flow.
You like his flow?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like his topics?
Like
See, what I think about Drake, his angle, we talked about it yesterday a little bit, is that it's his angle towards women. Right? So many rappers historically, and I think it's less today, but it still goes on today, degrade women constantly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just shed them as, you know, objects or, you know,
sex symbols
or anything. But Drake, again, flips the script, goes in a different angle, and he's talking about, you know, how they dress, how they feel, all those different things. And what a lot of people don't realize is that women make up 51% of the population. That's crazy, right? I mean,
more than half.
That's more than half.
That's 1%.
Right? So that's a huge target audience that you can hit by just changing your music to, you know, cater to how they feel rather than putting them down. Do you guys agree with that? Or what are your feelings on that?
But he doesn't almost just like, he talks about different stuff, like topics. His topics are just out of nowhere. Like, he doesn't just talk about money, like getting money every single time. Like, he talks about girls, talks about how he got there. Like, he doesn't just forget about his past. He thinks about everybody. Thinks pretty much more like who helped him to get there. Like, he still reps Toronto, but he doesn't forget about his mom or dad and that.
You like that?
So what about you, D-Mac?
What was your question?
Who would be your favorite influence or
that's tough. I'm kind of like Kobe's view on basketball. Not to say that I'm Kobe in rap, but I'm saying people say his favorite rapper or his favorite basketball player was Michael Jordan, and everyone says he wants to be like Michael Jordan. But when you ask him the question, he's like, I study all of them, you know? So what brought me into the game was Jay-Z. It was Jay-Z, it was Tribe Called Quest, and it was Big L. Pretty different spectrums, but Big L, I mean, that's what really brought me into rap was lyricism. The way he could, you know, constantly be rhyming and punch and flip up his flow, and that's what influences me the most. That's why if you ever listen to one of my songs, it's rhyme, you know, I mean, as much as I can. So I'd say he's my biggest influence. Eminem was a big influence to me. But I don't emulate any of them. So I don't rap like Big L. I don't rap like Eminem. I don't rap like Jay-Z. I rap like me.
Like Asher Roth.
Asher Roth is a good one. Someone came in here and said that too. I don't think I'm too much like Asher Roth. I think I'm different than everybody. I'm still trying to find my niche just like you guys are. But I like Drake though. I'd say if I had to pick a rapper that I wanted to be like today, it'd probably be Drake.
Mine, probably. I have like 3 different perspectives. Like Tupac, I like his poetry when he talks in his music. Big L, like what you said, I agree. And Biggie. Because Biggie, I like the way he like flows and like the stuff he talks about is not always good, but he's real with his music. Right. And he talks about like where he's from, like his past and what he has done.
Yeah, and he said, he's famously quoted as saying, you know, if I was, you know, working at McDonald's, I'd be talking about flipping burgers. That's what he said. He said he just talks about where he's from.
And like,
so I respect that, but at the same time, he is a rapper who I had to go back and reassess after first listening to them, and say, you know, what is he actually rapping about?
Right.
And he degrades women as much as almost anybody.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why I like to step away from him, and he's talking about guns and everything like that.
Well,
where Tupac would show both sides.
I like
Tupac's message more than Biggie, but I agree Biggie's flow can't be matched.
And that's why I agree with you on Big L. But Tupac, I like how he talks about his mom. He has poetry. He's not like, he wasn't afraid. He had his thug life side and he had his poetry side.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people didn't know about it. He was a ballet dancer.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard that.
If you've seen the video, if you've seen like the movie, he was a ballet dancer when he was younger. And like he has like so many sides. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably, I don't know, probably Tupac, because
I think I would agree. You know, being the biggest Jay-Z fan, you would think I'd say Jay-Z, but I think with Tupac, I think Tupac was smarter than all the other rappers. I think he came up differently. I mean, it was all like a crazy era, but you know, I think Tupac was more privileged. That's why he went to the schools for the ballet or the arts or whatever, and that's why he was in all the movies and so forth. So I think his perspective was a lot different. Even though he had the thug life and all that stuff, but I kind of think that was a cover up just to appeal more to the masses. You know what I'm saying, at that time, because that was all, you know, the era of gangster. You know what I'm saying? But I think Tupac as a rapper, as a person, I think he was one of the smartest out. And if I had to model myself after anybody, it would definitely be him, just because of the way he thought.
So it's more of his approach.
Yeah. I mean, because he could have, because he just didn't keep it gangster.
Right.
He also did a thing for the women like Drake, you know.
Yeah, he was the first to do that.
And
Tribe Called Quest did that too.
But he also had that political aspect, which is important these days. You know, so to see things from many different perspectives is very important than to be narrow-minded. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was like one important thing for me to model myself after. Not to say I would rap like him, but I would think that way.
Yeah, like when he talks about his mom and like what he like when he was younger, how it was.
Yeah, it was different. Life was different, totally different. It was a different era. There was so many different ways, like the way people dressed, the way people talked, the way people lived. It was just totally different from what we have today. And there was a lot of important things that people needed to get out of that era that was supposed to stick with us today, that a lot of young kids don't understand or don't have. You know, and it's important to go back and to understand those days, to really realize what's going on in today's society. You know, so that's one thing I understood from that era, because I was like, I'm only 24, so I had a foot in that era. You know, I saw what it was. You know, and to grow up and to see things change so significantly, it had a big impact on me, because it's like, whoa, this is life now. Like this is how the youth are now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should have been. I think a lot of youth, instead of being like more gang focused or wherever they're at right now, I think they should have been more education focused. You know what I'm saying? Because the youth are the future.
What was the thing you were saying? You said you disagree with Biggie?
Because he said the only way to get out the hood is to sling crack rock or have a wicked jump shot.
Right.
And that's bull. Because I'm from the hood, and just like everybody else, we odds were against us. You know, but education was the one that did it. Education set me free. You know what I'm saying? And we all have that opportunity. No matter what color you are, what race, what background, we all have that opportunity. You just got to fight through it and get it done, no matter how hard it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that, I think that's something that needs to be instilled in the youth, because a lot of, like, the dropout rates today are just ridiculous. And if the youth are our future, and if this is what's going on right now, what are we going to have in the future without you guys? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we going to have without you guys? You guys are the most creative. You guys can be the smartest. You guys can be the greatest that we've ever seen in a lifetime, because you had so many models before you. You just got to take it and run with it. You know what I'm saying? You guys really have to take it and run with it. And I think that's what, for me, Tupac, you know, Tupac represented so many different aspects that people needed to understand. And like that's where I get my perspective from.
I think it's a great point. I think we all hold Ev in high regard because of his vision in rap and his ability. Just switch topics a little bit. Something a little lighter. Who do you think is gonna win the Rogers homecoming game against Middletown? We got 3 from Middletown here, 1 from Rogers. But honestly, who's gonna win it? Jalen.
It's gonna be Middletown, hands down. Rico, unstoppable. He got the game.
Just one play. Okay, go ahead.
Rico, Middletown. Last game he had 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
All right.
He ran them both interceptions back with touchdowns, and he had 2 long runs. And I really don't think Rogers can stop him.
As a Rogers student, our team isn't that good, and we've never been that good. But this year we're on point, and we're gonna take Middletown down.
That's right.
Hands down. And I'm telling all 3 of you that right now.
All right. We'll see what the end of the final score of the game is.
Because Middletown's a problem. Let's put it that way.
Middletown's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, as a Viking, you know, I'm gonna say go Rogers.
There you go.
We've had our rivalry over the years with Rogers. We've been in the ups and downs.
Well, Portsmouth's gonna beat you both when we get to it. All right, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully, we hope you had a good time here today, and hope you tune in 2 weeks when we have our next show. For Ev Records and the rest of the young producers, we bid you goodbye.
Daddy J.
Young Twink.
JD.
They're young.
It's Ev Records.